in today's episode, we're talking about one service you should add to your business to add an additional £100 to your bank balance every single month.
Hello, we're the two Lauras and you're listening to JFDI, the podcast for freelance social media managers. We've had some lovely feedback from the podcast lately, and Diane recently left us a review we wanted to share with you. Diane said, if you're a social media marketer, you need this podcast. The two Lauras are so easy to listen to, not in the slightest bit preachy, just like a couple of mates who totally have your back. Their podcasts are packed with tips and tricks to help you get the most out of your social media marketing. Plus, they're always sharing advice on how to grow your own business. Highly recommend. So thank you, Diane. And if you enjoy our show, we would love to hear from you. You can rate and review wherever you're listening, and maybe you'll also get a little name check on the show next time.
Now, we've wanted to talk about this for a while now, because with bills increasing, you might be looking for a way to add some extra pennies to your bank balance so that you don't have to cancel those subscriptions for those all-important business tools that help your business run smoothly. So in this episode, we're going to talk about a service that we both used to offer, and we know that hundreds of social media managers are also offering it really successfully to top up their income and also to win more clients. We're going to talk about how you can offer this service in your business and the benefits to both you and your clients. And we're also going to give you a tool that will make this really simple for you to do in your business.
Okay, so what is this magical service that you mentioned?
So this is a social media audit.
Nice. Okay, so that shouldn't be an completely alien concept, because as social media managers, I guess when we first start working with clients, we do an audit. Whether we call it that is a different thing, but we look at the accounts, we assess where they are, and actually this might even start this might be like before you jump on a discovery call, you go and check out.
It might even be before they're even in your world in that way. You might be going and scoping out who you want to work with, and you're looking and being nosy.
Yeah, so it's that kind of critical eye, isn't it? It's looking through accounts and platforms and assessing what's wrong and what they can do to improve. And this is something that, as I say, we should all be doing, just part and parcel of what we do on a day-to-day basis. But actually packaging that up and selling it as a service is a brilliant opportunity for social media managers, and it's a great opportunity for businesses who can't afford to outsource or just need a bit of a push in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely. It's also really good as like a first step. So if a client is wanting to outsource, and especially if it's their first time outsourcing their socials, sometimes they're really nervous and they want to have that trust in somebody. But it's really awkward for you to be able to give them that trust, isn't it? Because, like, yes, they can go and look at your marketing and they can go and read testimonials and case studies. But the way to really get them to trust you is for you to do some work for them. But you don't want to work for free. Like, none of us want to do that. And social media management on a short-term basis doesn't work. So this is a really good way of giving them that foot in the door where they can spend a little bit of money, not too much money, enough that they don't feel uncomfortable, but also enough that they actually get something really juicy back in return that helps their business and helps them to see that you do know what you're talking about. And it makes them feel like, yeah, okay, I do have confidence that I can actually outsource something.
Yeah, and it's a great opportunity for you to prove that expertise. So if it is somebody who is wanting an audit for their business because they're hesitant to outsource, and you've obviously proven something to them, that they've got that far, that they've chosen to spend some money with you. But the fact that this is your opportunity for them to see that, yes, you know what you're talking about. You're not dodgy. You're a nice, good, honest person. So it's a great opportunity for both a business and for the social media manager, but a brilliant opportunity for you to prove that you are good at what you do.
Yeah, definitely. And also it's that trust building factor, isn't it? Because you deliver this audit to them and you'll be showing them things that they hadn't even considered. Like they might not think that they're doing a great job on social, but there might be things that they're like, oh my God, that's so obvious and I never even saw it. And you can give them those quick wins that they can go and change and make improvements where they can see results, maybe not immediately, but over time. And they're going to kind of relate you to those results. You're the one who's going to
attribute that success to
attribute is the word I was looking for.
Yeah, no, very much so. I think it's easy to give some businesses some quick wins as well, isn't it? That helps them to take those next steps. So yeah, if you're the name that then comes to their head when they think, oh God, thanks, blah, blah, for doing this for me. I would never have been able to win this client or whatever it is you've done. Then that is a great thing. But I think,
definitely,
as we've mentioned, doing an audit is a great way to build trust. It's a great way to get your foot in the door. So if you're looking for potential clients, the chances are if that business then wants to outsource, if you've done a good job, it's you that they're going to think of. But there are lots of people out there who don't want more clients, especially this time of year. People are busy. They don't want more clients, but they just want a bit of extra money in the bank. And this is personally why I loved doing audits.
Yeah, same.
Because it was a nice, easy piece of work, low effort, low investment, and it was easy to do without having to build relationships, without having to do ongoing work, without having to do scheduling. It was just nice to be able to tuck myself away for a couple of hours and completely pull to pieces somebody else's social media and document it all and then give it back to them with all their kind of actions they need to take. And I used to love that. It was like a no commitment piece of work, wasn't it?
Yeah, totally. It's one of those kind of mid-range kind of offers, isn't it? That one-to-one offer on your offer triangle where you can go and do one piece of work one time for one client and bring in some more money into your business. And if you could do, even if you only did one audit a month, that could be like £100 or more every month just going into your bank. And imagine if you did one a week, like perfect.
Yeah. It's like no commitment, no ties. I was going to say like a one-night stand of services you can offer.
It's also really good, like you were saying about that you could, upsell services in terms of management and stuff, but it's also really good as an upsell opportunity on your lead generation funnel. So if you have got a funnel where you're generating leads, this could literally be the first thing that they buy from you. It can be the thing that's on your thank you page, in your email marketing. So you don't have to keep going out and like promoting it. It's something that people naturally come across in that funnel and potentially buy from you.
Yeah, and there are plenty of ways as well that you can package it up and deliver it differently. There's so much flexibility in how you can deliver it. And we'll come on to that in a little bit. And there's also opportunity to then upsell if you need to. If you've told them, you've delivered this audit, telling them all the things they need to change, but then you could say, well, look, I'll be the one to change these things, or look, let me write you a strategy that's going to address some of these problems that you've got in your content, or whatever it is. So it's a great, great offer.
Yeah, and you could audit just one platform, or you could audit multiple platforms, and obviously that would be at a different cost. But there's also you could audit somebody's Instagram shop. There's so many different parts that you could audit. If you do ads, you can audit their ads. There's so many things, isn't there, that you can audit that will really be beneficial to them and obviously to you as well.
Yeah, 100%. It doesn't have to be platform specific at all. It could just be a functionality, or it could just be about their content creation. It
could just be about Reels, for example. Yeah. So if somebody wanted to do this, how would they actually go about delivering it?
Okay, well, I don't think there's any right or wrong way with this. And I guess knowing your audience and knowing how they like to consume information will help you potentially choose the right way. But if you don't know that, then you can test lots of different ways. But for me, I suppose, personally, I used to just like doing it in a written format. I have done it before where I've delivered them over Zoom and they've just had the recordings. I personally that wouldn't be my choice, but that's just because I don't like speaking to people. So a written format personally is how I would do it.
Yeah, I used to as well. I had some clients who I delivered it in like a video format, which when they were booking it, that's what they asked for. From a personal perspective, I think that's really difficult to look back on. If you've got a written report like you just said in front of you, when you're going to go and like work through all of those things that you need to change, it's easy to look at a written report, isn't it? It's really difficult to go back and I've just got to go and watch this video again. Whereabouts did she say this bit? Or I can't remember what she said on that call. That's difficult from a client perspective.
But what you could do is package that up, couldn't you? So you could say, look, for X amount, I'm going to give you a written audit report. But if you want to pay X amount, I'll also record a video talking through it. So then they have a choice of how they want to kind of consume that information. So it may be that they do watch the video first, but then, as you say, it's the report that they use when they actually want to make those actions and changes on their account. So, but obviously you've just got to price accordingly. If you're going to offer these various different ways that they can have that audit delivered, then make sure that you package it up and price it appropriately. There's plenty of people I know who have offered a audit for a set price, but also they've said if you want to have a follow-up call 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever time period later to see how you're getting on implementing those changes, then you can also add that into like a bundle as well. So there's so much flexibility and opportunities with this, but I would deliver it however you, or offer to deliver it however you prefer to do it, because at the end of the day, it's your business. If you don't like talking on cameras, for example, then don't offer that. Just offer it as a written report.
Yeah, I agree. So I'm going to ask you the question that everyone is sitting here waiting to hear the answer to, which is, how much can we charge for an audit?
Okay, well, I think, again, you can charge whatever you want to charge. Yeah, it's that difficult question to answer. But interestingly, not long, it was probably about a year ago now, we went and had we wanted someone to audit our Instagram reels. It was at the point that we went a bit crazy on our Instagram reels and we were posting like 2 or 3 or 4 a day. And then we thought, after a period of time, I said, right, let's get someone to audit them. Yeah,
it's like it was that point where we wanted to take a step back, didn't we? Because sometimes you're too in it, aren't you?
Yeah, we needed just an external pair of eyes on it who could just look at it completely objectively, which is obviously what businesses will be wanting when they want an audit. So we checked out this person we know who's really good at Instagram reels and we knew offered this service, and she charged just for an audit purely of your Instagram reels, so not your whole Instagram, just your reels, was £1,250. And I think that was delivered in a report, if I remember rightly. Can you remember?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
So there was no kind of contact between you and her. It was, so £1,250, and that was about a year ago.
And let's just say as well, she wouldn't have been able to get into the back end of our Instagram. This is a front-facing audit from her just seeing what Joe Public sees.
Yeah, she'll have only been able to see the views, for example, and those kind of vanity metrics. She won't have been able to see anything. Well, not that you can really see much more with Instagram Reel analytics, but that's a whole different podcast. So my point being, there is no fixed amount. However, obviously this podcast is all about how you can make an extra £100 a month. Our template that we have used for audits, we will generally say to people, charge £100 minimum, and that is a minimum, for one platform. So if someone wants to come to you and wants an audit on their Instagram and Facebook, then that would be a minimum of £200. But I cannot stress enough, that's minimum. So if you want to start packaging things up, offering more, and this is based on the template that we have provided to people. So I can't speak for other ways in which other templates people maybe have used, but yeah, just minimum £100 per platform. So you only one of those a month for one platform. That's an extra £100.
Yeah,
easy.
Love it.
Yeah,
so easy.
And when you use a template, and our template is, I have to say, brilliant, and we get a lot of good feedback from it. because it's simple. It's simple for you to do and it's simple for them to consume. So it's a win-win and it doesn't have to take you a long time. You've got your social media skills.
I think that's a really good point to make, because a lot of times people will try and either reinvent the wheel every time they do something, or they'll do something once and then when they come to do it again, they'll do it slightly differently because I can't remember exactly how they did it last time. So this template that Laura's talking about, we call this the £100 audit template. I need to stress we should probably rename this because it doesn't cost £100 and you can make far more than £100 from it. So terrible name, just like everything else that we do. We're really not good at names. But the whole point of using a template like this is that it's almost like a plug and play service, isn't it? You open the template, you fill in the gaps, you go and look at the client's information, their socials, you fill in the gaps of everything they need to do. Report's done, bish bash bosh, you send it off to the client. You don't have to reinvent the wheel every time and think, oh, should I do this? Or, oh, I don't know what to do next. Because it's all there in front of you, really, really easy. And I think those sort of services are the best services to deliver sometimes because they're so quick. If you can go out and sell something, and as marketers, by the way, you should be able to go out and sell something. If you can go out and sell something, then you could deliver like if just one of these a month, as Laura said, or, you know, one a week or however many it is you want to sell. That's a really quick, easy way to top up your bank balance. So if you don't yet offer audits, we would highly recommend that you add this service to your website and you start planning how you're going to promote it to your audience. And like we've said, we've made this really, really easy. We've got this brilliant template that you can use. It's called the £100 audit. Like I've already said, probably shouldn't be called that. It doesn't cost £100. If you go over to the twolauras.com/audit, you can go and check that out. You'll also spot on there that we've put some bonuses together on that page that are designed to make this service even easier for you to offer and even more lucrative for your business. So that link again is the twolauras.com/audit. We're also going to put that in the show notes. So if you've enjoyed this episode and you're thinking, actually, yeah, this is a brilliant service, can't wait to add this, we can't wait to hear how you get on putting this into your business. So do let us know. And the next episode of JFDI will be out next Tuesday. So make sure you follow and subscribe wherever you're listening so that you don't miss it. Ciao bella.
Au revoir.